Why do we search for ourselves in pictures? What hole in our heart are we trying to fill by picking a favorite image from a deck of cards? Is it about finding a piece of who we are or a piece of who we wish we could be? When you feel lost and you pull that one card that seems to speak directly to your soul, what is it really saying? Is it giving you an answer, or is it just echoing the question you were too afraid to ask yourself? Number 22, are you brave enough to be a fool? The Fool is the only major arcana card that survived into the modern 52 card deck, as the Joker. In early Italian decks from the 15th century, this card was unnumbered, placed outside the sequence of the other 21 trump cards. Pamela Colman Smith, the artist of the most famous tarot deck, drew the little white dog as a symbol of both warning and companionship, a detail not always present in older versions. If the Fool is your card, people might misunderstand you. They see you as naive. Maybe they even call you foolish. But you know better. Your soul is drawn to this card because you understand the power of the unknown. You have a deep, unshakable faith in the universe. You believe that if you take a leap, a net will appear. You are the person who quits a stable job to travel the world. You move to a new city without a plan. You start a new project without knowing how it will end. This is not carelessness. It is a profound trust in the journey itself. You know that the destination is not the point. The experience is everything. You carry very little baggage. Look at the Fool's knapsack. It is small. It holds only what is essential. This is you. You do not cling to material possessions. You do not hold on to old grudges or past mistakes. You travel light, physically and emotionally. This allows you to be free. You can change direction at any moment because nothing is holding you back. Your perspective is fresh. You see the world with a beginner's mind. You are open to new ideas, new people, new experiences. You do not let cynicism cloud your vision. This makes you incredibly creative and spontaneous. You find joy in simple things: a sunny day, a stranger's smile, the start of a new adventure. But there is a shadow to this personality. Your trust can sometimes border on recklessness. You might leap without looking at all, ignoring the warnings of those who care about you. The little dog in the card is barking. It is trying to get the Fool's attention. Are you listening to the warnings in your own life? Or are you so focused on the sky, on the dream, that you ignore the very real cliff at your feet? Your refusal to plan can sometimes leave you unprepared for life's challenges. You might find yourself in difficult situations because you assumed everything would just work out. Faith is powerful, but faith without any action or foresight can be a form of self-sabotage. If you love the Fool, you are a soul full of potential. You are at the beginning of something wonderful. Your life is a blank page. You have the courage to write the first sentence, even if you do not know the last. Your personality is a mix of pure faith, boundless optimism, and a touch of wild, untamed spirit. You remind people what it feels like to be truly free. Just remember to occasionally look down and check where your feet are landing. Number 21. Does the whole world revolve around you? The Woman in the World card is often mistaken for a dancer, but her posture is more about being in a state of suspended, perfect balance. The four figures in the corners, the man, lion, ox, and eagle, are symbols from the Book of Ezekiel and represent the four fixed signs of the zodiac: Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. The card was originally called Il Mondo in 15th century Italy, representing a sense of cosmic completion. If the world is your favorite card, you have a deep sense of accomplishment and wholeness. You are not searching for something to complete you. You already feel complete within yourself. This is a rare and powerful state of being. You have gone through your own cycles of struggle and growth, and you have come out the other side. You have a global perspective. You understand that you are part of something much larger than yourself. You see the interconnectedness of all things. This makes you compassionate and wise. You do not get caught up in petty dramas or small-minded thinking. Your focus is on the bigger picture. You are likely someone who has achieved a major life goal. You finished a degree. You completed a huge project at work. You raised a family. You traveled to a place you always dreamed of. There is a sense of a cycle being successfully closed. You have tied up the loose ends. You have reached a destination. This feeling of completion gives you a calm, centered energy. People are drawn to your presence. You feel safe and stable. You do not need validation from others because you have found it within yourself. You know your worth. You have integrated all the different parts of your personality, the light and the shadow. You accept yourself fully, but the shadow side of this card can be a feeling of stagnation. When you have reached the end of a journey, the question becomes, what now? You can become so comfortable in your sense of completion that you are afraid to start something new. The World is the last card of the major arcana. After it, the cycle begins again with the Fool. Are you willing to become a fool again? Are you willing to leave your perfect world and step off a new cliff? Sometimes, people who love this card can feel like they have peaked. They worry that their best days are behind them. The challenge for you is to see completion not as an end, but as a graduation. It is a moment to celebrate before embarking on the next adventure. You might also struggle with a sense of cosmic loneliness. When you feel so whole and connected to the universe, it can be hard to relate to people who are still struggling with their own inner battles. You have to be careful not to become detached or aloof. Your wisdom is a gift, and it is meant to be shared, not held at a distance. If you choose the World, you are a person who understands the beauty of a finished chapter. You have worked hard to achieve a state of inner and outer harmony. You are balanced, fulfilled, and at peace with your journey. Your task now is to enjoy this moment of triumph and then find the courage to begin again. Number 20, can you forgive your past self? The card we call Judgment was originally called the Angel in older tarot decks. The imagery is not about a final judgment from a deity, but about a personal moment of awakening and resurrection. The trumpet blown by the angel is a call to a higher level of consciousness. The people rising from the graves are not zombies. They are shedding their old, limited selves. If Judgment is your favorite card, you are in the midst of a profound personal transformation. You are hearing a call from deep within your soul. It is a call to wake up, to let go of the past, and to be reborn into a new way of being. This is not a small change. It is a fundamental shift in your identity. You are a person who is capable of deep self-reflection. You are not afraid to look at your past mistakes, your regrets, and your shortcomings. You do not do this to punish yourself. You do it to understand yourself. You are ready to make peace with the person you used to be. You are ready to forgive yourself. This card speaks to a personality that is undergoing a reckoning. You are evaluating your life. What is working? What is not? What needs to be released? What needs to be embraced? You are sorting through your life's experiences and finding the lessons in them. You are taking accountability for your choices. This process can be intense. It can feel like your whole world is being turned upside down. But you are drawn to this card because you know on a soul level that this clearing is necessary. You cannot move forward until you have dealt with what is behind you. People who resonate with Judgment are often on the verge of making a major life decision, changing careers, ending a long-term relationship, moving to a new country. It is a decision that comes from a place of deep inner knowing, not from a place of impulse. You have done the work, you have weighed the options, you are ready for the consequences. The shadow side of Judgment is being too harsh on yourself. The name of the card itself can be misleading. It can lead to a cycle of self-criticism and guilt. You might get stuck in the past, endlessly replaying your mistakes. You might judge yourself so severely that you cannot move forward. The angel's call is for liberation, not for punishment. Another shadow aspect is judging others. When you are going through such a profound personal audit, it can be easy to turn that critical eye on everyone around you. You might become intolerant of others' flaws because you are so focused on your own. You have to remember that everyone is on their own journey, at their own pace. If this is your card, you are at a critical turning point. You are being called to a higher version of yourself. You have the courage to face your past and the wisdom to learn from it. Your personality is one of depth, introspection, and a powerful capacity for renewal. You are not just turning a new page, you are starting a whole new book. Number 19, can you let yourself be happy? The Sun card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is one of the few cards that Pamela Coleman Smith signed with her monogram hidden in the banner. The child on the horse represents a return to innocence and purity, a state of being free from the complexities and fears of the adult world. The sunflowers in the background always face the sun, representing a soul that is oriented towards light and truth. If the sun is your favorite card, you are a beacon of optimism and joy. Your default setting is happiness. You have a natural ability to see the good in any situation. People are drawn to your warmth and your positive energy. You light up a room just by being in it. You are a person who lives with an open heart. You are not afraid to be vulnerable. You do not hide behind masks or pretense. What you see is what you get. This authenticity is refreshing and makes people trust you instantly. You find joy in simple, pure things. You have a childlike sense of wonder that you have never lost. Clarity is very important to you. You do not like confusion, secrets, or mind games. You want everything to be out in the open. The sun illuminates everything it touches, leaving no room for shadows. This is how you live your life. You are direct, honest, and transparent. You believe that the truth, even when it is difficult, is always better than a lie. You have a great deal of energy and vitality. You are enthusiastic about life. You wake up in the morning excited for the day ahead. This energy is contagious. You inspire others to be more positive and to pursue their own happiness. You are a natural leader, not through force, but through pure, unadulterated enthusiasm. But there is a shadow to this bright light. Sometimes your optimism can be overwhelming for others. You might be accused of being unrealistic or naive. You might struggle to understand why everyone cannot just be happy. This can make it difficult for you to connect with people who are going through dark times. Your relentless positivity can sometimes feel invalidating to someone who is in pain. Another shadow aspect is a potential for ego. The sun is the center of the solar system. If this is your card, you have to be careful not to make everything about you. Your bright personality can sometimes take up all the space in a room, leaving little room for others. You need to learn to share the spotlight and to listen as much as you shine. There is also the risk of burnout. Shining so brightly all the time takes a lot of energy. You might feel a pressure to always be on, to always be the happy one. It is important for you to recognize that it is okay to have bad days. It is okay to feel sad or tired. You do not have to be the sun every single moment. Even the sun sets. If you love the sun card, your soul is aligned with joy, truth, and vitality. You have a beautiful, radiant personality that brings warmth to the world. Your challenge is to balance your light with an understanding of the shadows, both in yourself and in others. Number 18, what are you afraid of in the dark? The moon card is filled with complex imagery. The two towers represent the gates to the unknown. The dog and the wolf represent the tamed and wild aspects of our own minds. The crayfish emerging from the water is a symbol of our most primitive consciousness and deepest fears coming to the surface. The moon itself does not generate light. It only reflects the light of the sun, suggesting that what we see under its glow is a reflection, not reality. If the moon is your favorite card, you have a deep and complex inner world. You are highly intuitive, creative, and connected to the subconscious mind. You are comfortable with mystery and ambiguity. You understand that not everything can be explained by logic. You are a dreamer. Your imagination is incredibly vivid. You might be an artist, a writer, a musician, or simply someone who lives a rich life in their own mind. You are drawn to the mystical, the magical, and the unknown. You are not afraid of the dark corners of the human psyche. In fact, you find them fascinating. Your intuition is your superpower. You can pick up on subtle energies and unspoken feelings. You trust your gut instincts, and they rarely lead you astray. You can see through people's masks and understand what is really going on beneath the surface. This can make you a wise counselor and a loyal friend. However, the world of the moon is also the world of illusion. If this is your card, you may struggle to distinguish between intuition and fear. Your vivid imagination can sometimes work against you, creating anxieties and phobias that are not based in reality. You might see shadows where there are none. You can be prone to mood swings. Your emotions are like the tides, pulled by the unseen forces of the moon. You can go from feeling ecstatic to feeling despondent without any clear external reason. Learning to navigate these emotional cycles is a major life lesson for you. The shadow side of the moon personality is deception, both from others and from yourself. You might be easily misled because you are so open to different realities, or you might be the one who creates illusions, perhaps to protect yourself or to manipulate a situation. You have to be very careful to stay grounded in your own truth. You might also struggle with a lack of clarity. You might feel lost or confused about your path in life. The light of the moon is dim and uncertain. It can be hard to see the way forward. You might have a tendency to get lost in your own thoughts and fantasies, avoiding the practical realities of life. If you are drawn to the moon, you are a soul with incredible depth and psychic sensitivity. Your personality is a rich tapestry of dreams, intuition, and mystery. Your challenge is to learn how to navigate your inner landscape without getting lost in it. You must learn to trust your intuition while also seeking clarity and truth. Number 17, do you still believe in hope? In the 15th century Visconti Sforza deck, one of the oldest surviving tarot sets, the star shows a woman holding a star, not pouring water. The Rider-Waite-Smith version, with the woman kneeling by the water under a sky of stars, was a significant artistic evolution, emphasizing themes of healing and replenishment. The large central star has 8 points, a number often associated with balance and renewal. If the star is your favorite card, you are a person of immense hope and faith. Even after going through difficult times, you have never lost your belief in a better future. You are the calm after the storm. Your spirit is resilient, and you have a deep well of inner peace. You have a healing presence. People feel better just by being around you. You are a natural giver, and you find joy in helping others. Like the woman in the card pouring water back into the pool and onto the land, you are constantly replenishing the world around you with your kindness and compassion. You do not do this for recognition. You do it because it is your nature. You are inspired. You are connected to a higher purpose or a guiding vision for your life. You feel a sense of guidance from the universe. This gives you a quiet confidence. You do not need to force things to happen. You trust that you are on the right path and that everything will unfold as it should. Authenticity is your core value. The figure in the star card is naked. She has nothing to hide. This is you. You are open, honest, and vulnerable. You are comfortable in your own skin. You accept yourself completely, flaws and all. This makes you incredibly trustworthy and genuine. But the shadow side of the star can be a tendency towards wishful thinking. Your hope can sometimes become a form of denial. You might be so focused on a beautiful future that you fail to deal with the practical problems of the present. You might wait for the universe to solve your problems instead of taking concrete action yourself. You can also be overly idealistic. You see the best in people, which is a beautiful quality. But it can also make you vulnerable to being taken advantage of. You might be disappointed when reality does not live up to your high ideals. You have to learn to balance your optimistic vision with a healthy dose of realism. There is a fragility to the star. After the chaos of the tower, there is a sense of quiet and stillness. But it is a vulnerable state. You might feel emotionally exposed or raw. It is important for you to protect your energy and not give so much of yourself that you become depleted. The woman in the card is replenishing the earth, but she is also connected to the source of the water, replenishing herself. You must remember to do the same. If this is your card, you are a hopeful, generous, and authentic soul. You bring a sense of peace and healing to a world that desperately needs it. Your personality is a gentle light in the darkness. Your challenge is to keep your feet on the ground while you reach for the stars. Number 16, are you ready for your world to fall apart? The Tower is one of the most feared cards in the deck, yet its original Italian name, La Maison Dieu, translates to the House of God. This suggests that the destruction it depicts is not a random act of chaos, but a form of divine intervention designed to clear away what is no longer serving a person's highest good. The lightning bolt is a sudden flash of truth or insight from a higher source. If the Tower is your favorite card, you are not afraid of chaos. In fact, you might even be drawn to it. You understand that sometimes things have to be completely destroyed before they can be rebuilt in a better, more authentic way. You are a catalyst for change. You are a truth teller. You are not one to beat around the bush or sugarcoat things. You have a knack for seeing through false structures, weak foundations, and inauthentic situations. And you are not afraid to point them out. The lightning bolt in the card is a sudden, shocking revelation of the truth. This is the kind of energy you bring into a room. You are a survivor. You have likely been through your own tower moments in life. You have had your world fall apart, but you are still standing. These experiences have made you incredibly strong and resilient. You know that you can handle whatever life throws at you. You are not afraid of hitting rock bottom because you know how to build your way back up. You have a very low tolerance for anything fake. You cannot stand inauthentic people, restrictive jobs, or relationships built on lies. You would rather have a painful truth than a comfortable lie. This makes you a very loyal and honest friend, but it can also make you seem blunt or even destructive to those who are not ready to face the truth. The shadow side of this personality is a tendency to create unnecessary drama. You might be so accustomed to chaos that you subconsciously seek it out. You might blow up situations that do not need to be blown up. You might mistake your own ego-driven desire for disruption with a genuine need for change. You can also be very disruptive to others. Your lightning bolts of truth can be painful for those on the receiving end. You need to learn to temper your honesty with compassion. There is a difference between helping someone by revealing a difficult truth and simply enjoying the explosion. There is also a risk of living in a constant state of crisis. If you are always waiting for the next tower to fall, you can never relax. You might become hypervigilant, unable to trust any sense of stability or peace. The purpose of the tower is to clear the way for something new to be built. It is not meant to be a permanent state of being. If the tower is your card, you are a powerful force for change and truth. Your personality is dynamic, resilient, and fiercely authentic. You are here to tear down the old and make way for the new. Your challenge is to learn how to wield your power for creation, not just for destruction. Number 15. What chains are you choosing to wear? The Devil card in many decks is a direct parody of the Lover's card. In the Lovers, an angel blesses a man and a woman. In the Devil, a demonic figure presides over a man and a woman who are loosely chained to his pedestal. The chains around their necks are loose enough for them to slip off, suggesting their bondage is a choice. The Devil's inverted pentagram points downwards towards materialism and the physical world. If the Devil is your favorite card, you are a person who is deeply in touch with your own desires and shadow self. You are not afraid of the darker, more primal aspects of human nature. You understand that temptation, addiction, and materialism are part of the human experience. You do not judge yourself or others for these things. You have a powerful, charismatic personality. You understand the mechanics of power and influence. You are often very successful in the material world. You know how to get what you want. You are not bound by conventional morality or societal expectation. You make your own rules. You are a hedonist. You believe in enjoying the pleasures of life. You are sensual and have a strong connection to your physical body. You are not ashamed of your appetites, whether they are for food, sex, money, or power. You see these things as a natural part of being alive. This can make you incredibly fun to be around. You are the life of the party. You encourage others to let loose and indulge themselves. You have a rebellious spirit and a wicked sense of humor. You challenge people's assumptions and push their boundaries. But the shadow side of the Devil is, of course, bondage. If you are not careful, your desires can become your master. You might find yourself trapped in addictions, whether to substances, behaviors, or even people. The loose chains in the card are a key detail. You are choosing to stay in a situation that is limiting you. You might struggle with obsession. When you want something, you can become completely consumed by it. This can lead to a loss of perspective and a neglect of other important areas of your life. You might also be prone to manipulative behavior, using your charisma to control others to get what you want. There is also a risk of becoming trapped in a purely materialistic worldview. You might start to believe that money, status, and pleasure are the only things that matter. This can lead to a feeling of spiritual emptiness. You might have everything you thought you wanted, but still feel hollow inside. If the Devil is your card, you are a powerful, earthly, and charismatic individual. You are not afraid to embrace your desires and live life on your own terms. Your personality is a compelling mix of pleasure and power. Your challenge is to be the master of your desires, not their slave. You must learn to recognize which chains are real and which ones you have the power to remove. Number 14. Are you mixing the right ingredients in your life? The card we call Temperance was one of the 4 cardinal virtues, along with justice, strength, and prudence, which later became the Hermit, that were incorporated into the tarot deck in 15th century Italy. The Angel in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck has 1 foot in the water representing the subconscious and 1 foot on land representing the conscious world, showing a perfect balance between the two. The act of pouring water between 2 cups is about finding a middle path and creating a new synthesis. If Temperance is your favorite card, you are a master of balance and moderation. You have a calm, patient, and harmonious personality. You are the person everyone turns to in a crisis because you never lose your cool. You have a natural ability to find the middle ground and to bring opposing forces into harmony. You are a peacemaker. You dislike conflict and will go to great lengths to find a compromise that works for everyone. You are an excellent mediator and negotiator. You can see all sides of an issue and can help people with different viewpoints find common ground. You have a long-term vision. You are not interested in quick fixes or instant gratification. You understand that true, lasting results come from a slow, steady, and patient approach. You are like an alchemist carefully blending different ingredients together to create something new and wonderful. You apply this approach to your work, your relationships, and your personal growth. You are a person of great self-control. You are not ruled by your passions or impulses. You have a deep understanding of yourself, and you know how to manage your energy and your emotions effectively. This gives you a sense of inner peace and stability that is unshakable. But the shadow side of temperance can be a fear of extremes. You might be so focused on finding the middle path that you avoid taking any risks. You might play it safe all the time, never allowing yourself to feel intense passion or to take a bold stand. Your life can become bland and colorless if you are always seeking moderation. You can also be indecisive. Because you can see the validity in every viewpoint, you might struggle to choose a side or make a firm decision. You might spend too much time weighing the pros and cons, trying to find the perfect solution, and end up doing nothing at all. There is also a risk of becoming a people pleaser. Your desire for harmony might lead you to suppress your own needs and opinions in order to avoid conflict. You might compromise so much that you lose sight of what you truly want. You have to remember that sometimes conflict is necessary for growth. If temperance is your card, you are a calm, patient, and balanced soul. You have a unique gift for creating harmony and synthesis in a chaotic world. Your personality is a soothing balm. Your challenge is to make sure that your quest for balance does not lead to a life of inaction or a suppression of your own authentic self. Number 13, are you willing to let things end? The death card rarely signifies a physical death. The number 13 was considered unlucky long before the tarot was invented, but in many cultures, it is a number of transformation and rebirth. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the skeleton is riding a white horse, a symbol of purity and unstoppable force. He is a great equalizer as the bishop, the woman, and the child all must face him. If death is your favorite card, you are a person who is not afraid of change. In fact, you embrace it. You understand that endings are a natural and necessary part of life. You know that in order to make room for the new, the old must be cleared away. This understanding gives you a powerful and fearless personality. You are a master of letting go. You do not cling to things, people, or situations that are no longer serving you. You can cut ties cleanly and without regret. This might seem cold to others, but for you, it is simply a matter of practicality. Holding on to what is dead only prevents new life from growing. You are incredibly adaptable. When life throws you a curveball, you do not break. You transform. You have been through many endings and rebirths in your own life, and each one has made you stronger and wiser. You are not the same person you were 5 years ago or even 1 year ago. You are in a constant state of evolution. You get to the heart of the matter. You do not waste time on superficial things. You are interested in the core essence of life, which is a constant cycle of creation and destruction. This can make you seem very intense or serious, but it is because you are focused on what truly matters. The shadow side of this personality is a resistance to the very change you claim to embrace. Sometimes, the fear of an ending can be so great that you fight it with everything you have. You might try to control a situation to prevent an inevitable conclusion. This resistance is what causes the pain associated with this card. The change itself is neutral. The suffering comes from fighting it. You might also have a tendency to cut things off too quickly. Your comfort with endings can sometimes lead you to give up on things or people prematurely. You might end a relationship or quit a job at the first sign of trouble rather than working through the difficult parts. You have to learn the difference between a necessary ending and a challenging phase. There is also a risk of becoming jaded or nihilistic. If you focus too much on the death aspect of the cycle, you can lose sight of the rebirth that follows. You might start to feel that nothing matters because everything ends. It is crucial for you to remember that endings give meaning to what came before and create the space for what is to come. If death is your card, you are a powerful agent of transformation. Your personality is resilient, direct, and unafraid of the truth. You understand the profound beauty of the life-death rebirth cycle. Your challenge is to embrace endings with grace, both when you initiate them and when they are thrust upon you. Number 12, can you find strength in surrender? The Hanged Man does not look like he is suffering. In most decks, his face is serene. He is hanging from the world tree, a symbol of life and cosmic connection. His position forms an inverted triangle over a cross, an alchemical symbol for the completion of a great work that requires sacrifice. He is not being punished. He has chosen this position to gain a new perspective. If the Hanged Man is your favorite card, you are a person who is willing to make sacrifices for a greater good. You have a deep understanding that sometimes you have to let go of your own ego and your own agenda to achieve a higher purpose. You are a spiritual and contemplative person. You are able to see things from a different perspective. You are the original out-of-the-box thinker. When everyone else is looking at a problem in the same old way, you are the one who turns it completely upside down. This allows you to find innovative solutions that no one else can see. You have immense patience. You are not in a hurry. You understand that some things cannot be forced. You are willing to wait, to pause, to be in a state of suspension until the right time comes. You trust the process of life, even when it feels like nothing is happening. You know that great growth is often happening beneath the surface during these quiet times. You are not attached to outcomes. You are able to release your grip on how you think things should be. This is a form of surrender. It is not giving up. It is giving over to a power greater than yourself. This allows you to move through life with a sense of grace and ease. The shadow side of the Hanged Man is a tendency towards martyrdom. You might sacrifice so much for others that you neglect your own needs. You might get stuck in a victim mentality, feeling like life is always happening to you. It is important to remember that the Hanged Man chooses his position. It is an act of surrender, not a passive victimhood. You can also get stuck in a state of indecision and inaction. The pause of the Hanged Man is meant to be temporary, a time for gaining insight. But you might become so comfortable in this limbo that you never move forward. You might use waiting for the right time as an excuse to avoid making a difficult choice. There is also a risk of spiritual bypassing. This is when you use spiritual concepts to avoid dealing with your messy human emotions and practical problems. You might be so focused on surrendering to the universe that you fail to take responsibility for your own life. True surrender involves facing reality, not floating above it. If this is your card, you are a wise and patient soul with a unique perspective on the world. Your personality is defined by your willingness to sacrifice, your trust in the process, and your ability to see the hidden truth. Your challenge is to ensure that your surrender is an act of power, not a state of paralysis. Number 11 is your strength gentle or forceful. In many older tarot decks, like the Tarot de Marseille, this card is numbered 11 and Justice is numbered V. The Golden Dawn, a secret society that heavily influenced Arthur Edward Waite, swapped the numbers of these two cards. The woman in the Rider-Waite-Smith card is not using brute force to tame the lion. She is using her gentle, calm, and persistent inner strength. The infinity symbol above her head connects her to the spiritual power of the magician. If strength is your favorite card, you possess a quiet, deep, and powerful form of courage. Your strength does not come from your muscles or your voice. It comes from your heart and your spirit. You are a person of great fortitude, patience, and compassion. You have mastered your own inner beast. We all have a lion inside of us, our primal instincts, our passions, our anger, our fears. You have not killed this lion. You have not caged it. You have befriended it. You have integrated this powerful energy into your being and can use it for creative and positive purposes. This gives you incredible self-control and emotional mastery. You are incredibly brave. But your bravery is not reckless. It is the courage to face your fears with a calm heart. It is the courage to be vulnerable. It is the courage to be kind in the face of cruelty. It is the courage to persevere through long and difficult challenges. People might underestimate you because you are not loud or aggressive. They might mistake your gentleness for weakness. They are always surprised by your resilience and your unwavering resolve. You do not need to roar to be heard. Your quiet presence has more power than any shout. The shadow side of the strength personality is a tendency to repress your own lion. You might be so focused on being gentle and controlled that you deny your own anger, your own desires, and your own power. This can lead to a state of passivity or a feeling of being a doormat. True strength is about integration, not suppression. You might also have a fear of your own power. The lion is a magnificent but dangerous creature. You might be afraid of what would happen if you truly let it out. This can cause you to play small and to hold yourself back from achieving your full potential. There can also be a struggle with control. Your desire to master your inner world might spill over into a desire to control the outer world. You might try to tame the people around you with your gentle persuasion. You have to remember that your strength is for mastering yourself, not for manipulating others. If strength is your card, you are a person of profound inner courage and resilience. Your personality is a beautiful blend of wild power and gentle compassion. You have the heart of a lion and the touch of a healer. Your challenge is to fully own your power without either fearing it or misusing it. Number 10. Are you riding the wheel or being crushed by it? The Wheel of Fortune is rich with symbolism from multiple traditions. The letters on the wheel can be rearranged to spell Tora Tora, law, Rota Latin for wheel, Orat Latin for speaks, and Ator, an Egyptian goddess. The 4 figures in the corners are the same as in the World card, representing the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac, grounding the unpredictable wheel in a stable cosmic order. If the Wheel of Fortune is your favorite card, you have a deep understanding of the cyclical nature of life. You know that life is full of ups and downs. Nothing is permanent. Good times pass and bad times pass. This perspective gives you a philosophical and adaptable personality. You are a great believer in fate, destiny, or karma. You feel that there is a larger pattern at play in the universe. You do not get too attached to success because you know it can be fleeting. You do not get too devastated by failure because you know that things will eventually turn around. This makes you incredibly resilient. You are a bit of a gambler in life. You are willing to take risks because you understand that you cannot control everything. You are good at spotting opportunities when they arise. When the wheel turns in your favor, you know how to jump on and ride the wave. You go with the flow. You are not someone who tries to force things to happen. You are flexible and can adapt to changing circumstances easily. When an unexpected event occurs, you do not fight it. You adjust your sails and find a new direction. The shadow side of this card is a feeling of powerlessness. If you believe too much in fate, you can become passive. You might feel like your choices do not matter, so why bother trying? You might blame all your problems on bad luck instead of taking responsibility for your own actions. The challenge is to understand that while you cannot control the turning of the wheel, you can control how you react to it. You might also be prone to instability. If your life is a constant series of ups and downs, it can be hard to build anything lasting. You might jump from one thing to another, always chasing the next turn of the wheel. This can make it difficult to commit to a career, a relationship, or a long-term project. There is also a risk of becoming fatalistic. You might develop a cynical attitude, believing that everything is random and meaningless. It is important to find the lesson in each turn of the wheel. The ups teach you gratitude. The downs teach you resilience. It is not just a random spin, it is a learning cycle. If the Wheel of Fortune is your card, you are a philosophical and adaptable soul. You have a keen understanding of the ebbs and flows of life. Your personality is a mix of a risk-taker and a stoic philosopher. Your challenge is to find the balance between accepting fate and creating your own destiny. Number 9, do you need to be alone to know yourself? The word hermit comes from the Greek word for desert, a place where early Christian monks went for solitude and spiritual contemplation. The hermit in the tarot holds a lantern containing a 6-pointed star, the seal of Solomon, a symbol of wisdom. He does not hold the lantern up high to light the way for others. He holds it low to light only his own next step. If the hermit is your favorite card, you are a soul searcher. You have a deep need for solitude and introspection. You are not antisocial. You simply know that the most important answers are not found in the noisy outside world. They are found in the quiet of your own heart. You are a seeker of truth and wisdom. You are not satisfied with superficial explanations. You need to understand things on a deeper level. You are a lifelong learner, always reading, studying, and contemplating. You value knowledge, but you value wisdom even more. You are your own best guide. You do not follow the crowd, you walk your own path. You trust your own inner voice above all others. This makes you highly independent and self-reliant. You are not easily swayed by trends or peer pressure. people often come to you for advice. You have a calm, wise presence. Because you spend so much time in reflection, you often have a unique and insightful perspective on problems. You do not give easy answers, you help people find their own answers, much like the hermit lights his own path. The shadow side of the hermit is a tendency towards isolation. Your need for solitude can sometimes turn into a fear of connection. You might withdraw from the world so completely that you become lonely and disconnected. The hermit is on a journey. He is not meant to stay in his cave forever. Eventually, the wisdom he gains must be brought back into the world. You can also become overly critical and perfectionistic. Your high standards for truth and wisdom can make you intolerant of others' flaws or of your own. You might get stuck in analysis paralysis, endlessly searching for the perfect answer before you are willing to take any action. There is also a risk of becoming a spiritual recluse who is out of touch with reality. You might spend so much time contemplating the meaning of life that you forget to actually live it. You have to remember that wisdom is not just about thinking, it is about applying what you have learned to your everyday life. If the hermit is your card, you are a deep thinker, a truth seeker, and a wise soul. Your personality is defined by your independence and your need for introspection. You are a light in the darkness, first for yourself and then for others. Your challenge is to find the balance between a rich inner world and a meaningful engagement with the outer world. Number 8, can you be both fair and kind? In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, Justice is seated between two pillars, similar to the High Priestess, representing a balance between opposing forces. She holds the scales of fairness in one hand and a double-edged sword in the other. The sword is not for violence, but for cutting through confusion and delivering a clear, final decision. It points upwards, showing that the decision is based on higher principles, not personal bias. If justice is your favorite card, you have a deep and abiding commitment to truth, fairness, and integrity. You are a person of high moral character. You believe in doing the right thing, even when it is difficult. Your entire life is guided by a strong inner compass. You are a logical and rational thinker. You are able to look at situations objectively without letting your personal feelings cloud your judgment. You weigh all the evidence carefully before making a decision. You are the person everyone wants on a jury or as a mediator because they know you will be impartial. You believe in cause and effect. You understand that your actions have consequences both for yourself and for others. You take responsibility for your choices. You expect others to do the same. You believe that people should get what they deserve, for better or for worse. This is the law of karma in action. You are a seeker of balance. You are constantly trying to bring harmony and equilibrium to your life and the world around you. You cannot stand injustice. You will often find yourself standing up for the underdog or fighting for a cause you believe in. The shadow side of the justice personality is a tendency to be cold and unforgiving. Your commitment to logic and fairness can sometimes make you seem lacking in compassion. You might deliver the truth with the sharp edge of the sword without considering the feelings of the person on the receiving end. You have to learn that sometimes. Mercy is as important as justice. You can also be very judgmental. Your clear sense of right and wrong can make you intolerant of people who do not share your high standards. You might be quick to judge others for their mistakes, forgetting that everyone is human and fallible. The scales must also weigh the context of a person's life. There is also a risk of becoming rigid and inflexible. Once you have made up your mind based on the facts, it can be very difficult for you to change it. You might not be open to new information that contradicts your conclusion. You have to remember that the truth can be complex and multifaceted. The sword must be double-edged, able to cut in more than one direction. If justice is your card, you are a person of integrity, clarity, and fairness. Your personality is grounded in reason and a strong moral code. You are a force for balance and truth in the world. Your challenge is to temper your logic with compassion and your judgment with understanding. Number 7, are you in control of your own direction? The Chariot is a card of intense, focused, and sometimes contradictory energy. The charioteer holds no reins. He controls the two sphinxes, one black and one white, through sheer force of will. The sphinxes represent opposing forces like logic and intuition or aggression and passivity. The canopy of stars on his chariot suggests he is guided by a celestial or higher purpose. If the Chariot is your favorite card, you are a person of incredible drive, ambition, and willpower. When you set a goal for yourself, you are unstoppable. You have a clear vision of what you want, and you have the discipline and determination to make it happen. You are a winner. You are highly self-controlled. You are the master of your own emotions and impulses. You can channel all of your energy into a single point of focus. This allows you to overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. You are not easily distracted or discouraged. You are a natural leader. You are confident and assertive. People are drawn to your energy and your clear sense of direction. You know how to take charge of a situation and to motivate others to follow you. You thrive in competitive environments. You are on a journey. You are not someone who is content to stay in one place. You are always moving forward, always striving for the next achievement. You have a strong sense of purpose, and you are actively working to create the life you desire. The shadow side of the Chariot is a tendency to be overly aggressive and controlling. Your intense drive can sometimes cause you to run over other people in your pursuit of a goal. You might be so focused on winning that you forget to consider the feelings or needs of others. The Sphinxes need to be guided, not whipped. You can also be a workaholic. Your ambition can become an obsession. You might neglect your health, your relationships, and other important parts of your life in your single-minded pursuit of success. You have to learn that true victory is not just about reaching the destination, but about the journey itself. There's also a risk of your inner world being in conflict. The two Sphinxes are pulling in opposite directions. If your will is not strong enough, you can be torn apart by your own internal conflicts. You might feel like you are moving forward, but you are actually just spinning your wheels. You need to get your logic and your intuition, your heart and your head to work together. If the Chariot is your card, you are a powerful, ambitious, and determined individual. Your personality is a force of nature, driven by a strong will and a clear vision. You are the master of your own destiny. Your challenge is to learn how to move forward with both power and grace, without leaving a trail of destruction in your wake. Number 6, are your choices coming from your head or your heart? The Lover's card has changed its meaning more than almost any other card in the deck. In the earliest decks, it often showed a man choosing between two women, representing a choice between virtue and vice. The Rider-Waite-Smith version, with Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden blessed by an angel, shifted the meaning towards partnership, alignment, and the sacred union of opposites. If the Lovers is your favorite card, you are a person who is deeply guided by your values and your heart. You believe in the power of connection. For you, life is all about relationships. Not just romantic ones, but all forms of partnership and connection with others. You are faced with important choices. The core of this card is about making a decision that is in alignment with your truest self. You are not someone who makes choices lightly. You need to feel that your decisions are authentic and meaningful. You are at a crossroads in your life, and you are trying to choose the path that resonates with your soul. You're a harmonizer. You seek to bring different parts of your life and yourself into alignment. You want your work to reflect your values. You want your relationships to be based on genuine connection. You are trying to unite the different aspects of your own personality, your masculine and feminine energies, your logic, and your intuition. You are a romantic. You believe in soulmates. You believe in a love that is more than just a physical or emotional attraction. You seek a deep spiritual connection with another person. You are open-hearted and not afraid to be vulnerable in the pursuit of true intimacy. The shadow side of the Lovers is a struggle with indecision. The need to make the perfect choice can leave you paralyzed. You might spend so much time weighing your options that you miss the opportunity altogether. You might be afraid of making the wrong choice, and so you make no choice at all. You might also have a tendency to seek completion in another person. You might believe that you are not whole until you find your other half. This can lead to codependent relationships. The true meaning of the Lovers is about finding wholeness within yourself first, and then sharing that wholeness with another. There can also be a misalignment between your values and your actions. You might say you believe in one thing, but your choices reflect another. This creates an inner conflict and a feeling of inauthenticity. The challenge of the Lovers is to make choices, big and small, that are a true reflection of who you are and what you believe in. If the Lovers is your card, you are a person of heart, connection, and deep personal values. Your personality is defined by your search for harmony and authentic choices. You are on a path to unite the different parts of yourself and to form meaningful connections with others. Your challenge is to trust your heart and to have the courage to make the choices that are truly right for you. Number 5, do you follow the rules or make your own? The Hierophant is often called the Pope in older decks. He represents tradition, established institutions, and conventional systems of belief. The 2 keys at his feet are the keys to the kingdom of heaven, 1 gold representing solar, conscious power, and 1 silver representing lunar, unconscious power. He is the gatekeeper to this established wisdom, which he passes down to the 2 acolytes before him. If the Hierophant is your favorite card, you are a person who finds comfort and meaning in tradition and structure. You have a deep respect for history, for established systems, and for the wisdom that has been passed down through generations. You are not a rebel, you are a believer. You are a lifelong student. You have a strong desire to learn from a trusted source. You might be drawn to a particular religion, a spiritual practice, a school of thought, or a specific mentor. You enjoy being part of a group or an institution where you can learn a shared set of beliefs and practices. You are a teacher and a guide. Once you have learned something, you feel a strong calling to share that knowledge with others. You are good at explaining complex ideas in a simple, understandable way. You can be a wonderful mentor, parent, or community leader. You provide a sense of stability and guidance for those around you. You value conformity and belonging. You feel most comfortable when you know the rules and can follow them. You enjoy being part of a community with shared values. You believe that there is a right way to do things, and you find security in following that path. The shadow side of the Hierophant is a tendency towards dogmatism and rigidity. Your belief in the right way can make you intolerant of different perspectives. You might become a true believer who thinks that your way is the only way. This can close your mind to new ideas and new experiences. You might have a fear of thinking for yourself. You can become so reliant on your chosen teacher or system that you lose your own inner authority. You might follow the rules without ever questioning them. The challenge is to find the balance between learning from tradition and developing your own personal connection to the divine or to wisdom. There is also a risk of getting caught up in the outer form of a belief system and losing the inner spirit. You might become obsessed with the rituals, the rules, and the hierarchy, and forget the core message of love or truth that it was meant to convey. You have to be careful not to worship the institution instead of the ideal it represents. If the Hierophant is your card, you are a person who is dedicated to learning, tradition, and shared belief. Your personality is grounded in a search for meaning within a structured system. You are a bridge between the old ways and the new generation. Your challenge is to use tradition as a foundation to build upon, not as a cage to live inside. Number 4, are you building an empire or a prison? The Emperor sits on a stone throne adorned with 4 ram heads, a symbol of his connection to the astrological sign of Aries, a sign of leadership and initiative. He holds an Ankh, the Egyptian symbol of life, in one hand and a globe representing his dominion in the other. Unlike the fertile, natural landscape of the Empress, his background is barren and mountainous, showing that his rule is based on structure and order, not natural abundance. If the Emperor is your favorite card, you are a natural-born leader. You are a person of authority, structure, and immense personal power. You are not afraid to take charge. In fact, you are most comfortable when you are in a position of control. You have a vision, and you know how to create a plan to make that vision a reality. You are a builder. You are excellent at creating systems, structures, and foundations. You can take a chaotic situation and bring order to it. You are logical, strategic, and disciplined. You apply this skill to your career, your finances, and even your home life. You like things to be organized and efficient. You are a protector. You have a strong sense of responsibility for the people and things in your care. You are fiercely protective of your family, your team, and your community. You provide a sense of safety and stability for others. People know they can rely on you. You are a person of action. You do not just sit around and talk about ideas. You get things done. You are decisive and confident in your ability to lead. You are the father figure, the boss, the patriarch who creates the rules and ensures they are followed. The shadow side of the Emperor is a tendency to be overly controlling and rigid. Your desire for order can make you inflexible. You might have a my way or the highway attitude. You might not be open to feedback or collaboration. This can lead to a tyrannical style of leadership. You might also struggle to express your emotions. The Emperor is all about logic and structure. He can be uncomfortable with the messy, unpredictable world of feelings. You might appear cold, distant, or unapproachable. You might have built such strong walls around your kingdom that you have also walled off your own heart. There is also a risk of becoming a slave to your own rules. You might create so many structures and routines that there is no room for spontaneity or joy. Your empire can become a prison. You have to remember that the purpose of structure is to support life, not to stifle it. If the Emperor is your card, you are a powerful, disciplined, and protective leader. Your personality is defined by your ability to create order and to manifest your vision in the world. You are the solid rock that others depend on. Your challenge is to learn how to rule with a heart as well as a head, and to know when to let go of control. Number 3, can you create and nurture without smothering? The Empress is a card of pure, unadulterated abundance. She sits on a comfortable throne in the middle of a lush, fertile field of wheat. The symbol of Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and creativity, is on a heart-shaped shield beside her. The pomegranates on her dress are a symbol of fertility and are also seen on the veil of the High Priestess, linking the conscious, creative world with the unconscious, intuitive one. If the Empress is your favorite card, you are a deeply nurturing and creative person. You are the embodiment of Mother Earth. You find joy in creating things, whether it is a work of art, a garden, a delicious meal, a business, or a family. You are a source of life and abundance. You are a sensual person. You are very in touch with your 5 senses. You believe that life is meant to be enjoyed. You know how to create a comfortable, beautiful, and welcoming environment. Your home is probably a sanctuary. You are incredibly generous. You are a natural giver. You love to care for others and to make them feel loved and supported. You have a warm, compassionate, and loving heart. People are drawn to your maternal energy. They feel safe and nourished in your presence. You are connected to the natural world. You find peace and inspiration in nature. You understand the cycles of growth, rest, and harvest. You are patient, and you know that good things take time to grow. The shadow side of the Empress is a tendency to be overbearing or smothering. Your desire to nurture can sometimes cross the line into control. You might give so much that you make others dependent on you. You might struggle to let your children or your creations go out into the world and be independent. You might also neglect your own needs. You can be so focused on caring for others that you forget to care for yourself. You can give until you are completely depleted. The Empress must also be able to receive abundance, not just give it away. There is also a risk of becoming lazy or overindulgent. Your love of comfort and pleasure can sometimes lead to a lack of discipline. You might get so caught up in enjoying the fruits of your labor that you forget to do the work. You have to balance the sensual enjoyment of life with the practicalities of maintaining it. If the Empress is your card, you are a creative, nurturing, and abundant soul. Your personality is a warm embrace. You are a creator and a life giver. You bring beauty and comfort to the world. Your challenge is to learn how to nurture without smothering and to remember to fill your own cup as you pour so generously into the cups of others. Number 2, what secrets are you keeping even from yourself? The High Priestess sits between 2 pillars, one black Boaz representing negation and one white Jachin representing assertion from Solomon's temple. She is the guardian of the threshold between the conscious and unconscious worlds. The veil behind her, decorated with pomegranates, hides these deep mysteries. She holds a scroll, the Torah, but it is partially hidden, suggesting that some knowledge cannot be spoken, only known intuitively. If the High Priestess is your favorite card, you have a rich and mysterious inner life. You are deeply intuitive and you trust your inner knowing more than you trust the outside world. You are a keeper of secrets, both your own and others. You have a calm, quiet, and enigmatic presence. You are a highly perceptive person. You can see what is happening beneath the surface of things. You pick up on subtle energies, unspoken feelings, and hidden motives. You are not easily fooled. You have a built-in lie detector. You are drawn to the mystical and the unknown. You are a seeker of hidden knowledge. You are not satisfied with simple, rational explanations. You are interested in dreams, symbols, psychology, and spirituality. You understand that the most profound truths are often found in paradox and mystery. You value your solitude. You need a lot of time alone to connect with your inner voice and to process the information you receive from the world. You are not a big talker. You listen more than you speak. When you do speak, your words are often wise and insightful. The shadow side of the high priestess is a tendency to be passive or withdrawn. You can become so lost in your inner world that you neglect your life in the outer world. You might know what you need to do, but you fail to take action. You might keep your wisdom to yourself, afraid to share it with others. You can also be secretive to a fault. Your mysterious nature can sometimes come across as aloof, cold, or untrustworthy. You might withhold information or keep people at a distance as a way to protect yourself. This can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness. There is also a risk of getting lost in illusion. The unconscious world is a powerful place, but it is not always clear. You might mistake your own fears or fantasies for genuine intuition. You have to learn to discern between the true voice of your inner wisdom and the chatter of your ego or your shadow. If the High Priestess is your card, you are a wise, intuitive, and mysterious soul. Your personality is a deep well of hidden knowledge. You are the guardian of the unseen world. Your challenge is to trust your inner voice, to bring your wisdom out into the world when it is needed, and to find the balance between your inner and outer realities. Number 1, are you using your power to create or to manipulate? The magician is the master of the 4 elements. On his table are the 4 symbols of the minor arcana: a cup water, emotions, a pentacle earth, physical world, a sword air, intellect, and a wand fire, will. He points one hand to the sky and one to the earth, acting as a channel between the spiritual and material worlds. The infinity symbol over his head shows that his potential is limitless. If the magician is your favorite card, you are a powerful manifester. You have the ability to take an idea, a thought, a vision, and make it real. You are a person of immense skill, willpower, and creativity. You know that you have the power to create your own reality. You are a resourceful person. You know how to use all the tools at your disposal to achieve your goals. You are clever, articulate, and skilled. When you set your mind to something, you can learn any skill or acquire any knowledge you need to succeed. You are highly focused. You have a clear vision of what you want, and you can direct all of your energy and attention towards that goal. You do not get sidetracked. You are the master of your own will. This is not the raw ambition of the chariot. It is a more refined, skillful, and conscious application of power. You are a great communicator. You can express your ideas in a way that is clear, compelling, and persuasive. You know how to inspire others and to get them on board with your vision. You are charismatic and confident. The shadow side of the magician is a tendency towards manipulation and trickery. Your skills of persuasion can be used for selfish or dishonest purposes. You might use your words to deceive people or to create an illusion. You can be a con artist, using your power to take advantage of others. You might also suffer from an overblown ego. You can become so impressed with your own power to manifest that you start to think you are a god. This can lead to arrogance and a lack of empathy for others. You might see other people simply as tools to be used in your own creations. There's also a risk of inaction. You might have all the tools and all the potential in the world, but if you do not use them, nothing will happen. You might get stuck in the planning stage, endlessly refining your ideas, but never actually doing anything. The magician is a card of action. The magic only happens when you use the wand. If the magician is your card, you are a powerful creator, a skilled communicator, and a master of your own will. Your personality is a dynamic force for manifestation. You have the power to turn your dreams into reality. Your challenge is to use your power wisely, ethically, and for the highest good of all, not just for yourself.